Welcome to Forza Motorsport, and this is going to be the qualifier sessions for multiplayer. Before we get into the meat of this video of me failing utterly at racing, I've got to give some context. This video is very overdue to the point where I recorded this in early access Forza Motorsport, and well, I've been busy with content. If you look at my channel, very, very busy to the point where I've pushed this back, to the point where, well, only now I'm actually recording it. So the commentary may be fresh, but the footage most certainly isn't. It's early access. We've had 3 patches since then. So yeah, just wanted to let everybody know that's watching this at the time that I'm posting this video that the footage is basically a month old. In fact, it's almost 2 months old. So what we are going to be doing today is obviously our qualifier races, all 3 of them, and we're going to start on Laguna Seca. And then we're going to go on to, I think it's Hakone and then Grand Valley. I think I've got those names right. Who knows? We'll get to them when we get to them. And everyone has to be in the Civic so it's fair. Now, the reason why you do 3, for those that are maybe new to the new Forza Motorsport, is you have to do 3 to get your driver and your safety rating. So that's exactly what's going to be happening today. Okay, so now we're kind of in intermission. This is the short circuit of Laguna Seca, which I believe, if I remember correctly from some live streams that they did a few months before launch, they said this was the historical layout. So that is what it's going to be. It just means there isn't the giant hairpin as far as I know. So you don't slow down right at the start for the hairpin. You just go straight on. You still have to kind of brake and kind of coast, I think. But yeah, that's generally it. So, and what I find really strange was I've qualified 2nd place in this race, which I was very surprised at. And there is an actual reason for it. It's because it's in early access. There's not as many people in early access as there in the full game. So that's why sure, it made me feel good, but, now I kind of get mid-pack or even back-to-back. So, there's that to consider as well. So yeah, I might be alright with everyone in early access, but no. I'm not nearly as good as you think I am. So here we go. And first place kind of rolls and then decides, I don't want to accelerate. And that's fine because I've just taken 1st place, and that's great. But now all the pressure is on me. So this is the bit that I was kind of talking about, where you go, yeah, just fully straight, and you're onto this bit now. Cut an entire segment off of the circuit. Now I must kind of say that there is a fast boy in this race. I think he overtakes me on this straight, actually, because I go a little bit too wide. And I'm like, yeah, fine. I mean, he has Stig in his name. What am I going to do? So, what's really important is, first of all, that I get a couple of these people overtaking me on the corkscrew. To me, I would never ever dream of overtaking, but yeah, this car is faster. He could have got me on the other corner, but he's now slowed down because he's in the dirt. And we banged doors. It doesn't matter. We didn't get a penalty for it. That's fine. I've kind of had to coast, maybe brake a little bit there just to avoid him. But he's a little bit dirty because he's not given me any space whatsoever. I've got my own space. I've not really done anything to him, and I'm taking that left-hand side. But he squeezed me. Not sure why. Oh, I know why. Because it's Forza, isn't it? Yeah, that'll be why. I mess up here, by the way. I go off track, fine. I'll make mistakes. Now we're heading towards the dreaded corkscrew again. Now, I do make a giant mistake in this that affects somebody else's race, unfortunately. Now, bear in mind that I know, and I get booped. There we go. And there it is. In fact, that's one of the mistakes that happens. Now, you could all analyse that if you want to. Fine. I got boot from behind, which completely changed it. They changed the momentum and the direction of where I was meant to be going. So by the time I got down to the, you know, I'm not trying to think too much into it just because it's a little tap. It more kind of ruined me than anybody else, but I did get tapped from behind, which in theory could have affected things, and I did go technically off track. And so we're now fighting with these three of us here. I take the curb, a little bit of a tap on the paintwork, bit of a scratch, not to worry, we're continuing anyway. And as we go up to the corkscrew again, you may notice the start of the green curb on the right hand side is generally my braking point. And later on in a couple laps or two, you'll see me probably brake too late. Or is it this one? Is it this one? It's this one. It is that one. Right? So I'm like, okay, this is my biggest fear in a multiplayer race, because context, this is my first race in a multiplayer race in all of the Forza Motorsport titles. And the one reason I tend to stick to single player, is that reason. Because I feel really bad. I'm thinking, oh my god, I've now ruined this race. This guy's going to probably be after me because I did something, you know, I made a mistake. The smallest mistake ever. But who knows? Who knows? So I do tend to stick to single player. I have delved into multiplayer in ACC a few times, you know, but in comparison, I'm a single player boy, and I thought, do you know what? This multiplayer seems solid the way that they've done it, so I'm gonna have a go. I'm not malicious. I don't intend to do stuff. People make mistakes, and so I will, you know, miss a braking point, which I did at the corkscrew, and I smacked into that guy, you know, around. So yeah, I'm braking here, braking, and we've got somebody else that's around there. To me, he shouldn't have done that, and yeah, there we go. Now, you may not notice I actually accelerated down the hill, but that's honestly a habit. As soon as I saw him overtaking, what should I have done? I should have just backed out completely. I should have either braked or just coasted and let them through. But a habit being a habit, because I accelerate down the hill, that's giving me more speed than the guys on the left-hand side. Because I've taken the racing line, they haven't. You know. That's kind of my thought process. Judge me if you want to, but this is my issue, and this is the reason why I don't tend to go into multiplayer, because I've gone from qualifying second to now in 10th place. I've had a few boops, I've gone off track completely and had to come back on the track again twice. I felt that people shouldn't be overtaking on the corkscrew. One of those things was my mistake, and that's my bad, and, you know, I'm going to own that, regardless. So, you know, this time you can really tell I've taken that really cautiously. I'm a lot slower through there. But that's the thing. I think it's also partly my bad of thinking, oh, no one's going to overtake me on corkscrew because no one's stupid enough to do that. But you've almost seen today that every single time someone's tried to do that, there's been contact, someone's been span out. You know, yes, one was my fault because late braking point. I missed it. It's as simple as that. Now we're moving up into 7th place again. We do have a 4-second penalty because of that that bang from, it was lap 3, I think it was, that we did it. I really shouldn't have accelerated down the hill. I wasn't expecting those cars to be there, but I should have had completely more sense in its entirety. But I suppose it's good me doing these videos because I actually get to see back how exactly I look like from my point of view racing. Obviously, I'm on controller here. So obviously, we're on the final lap now. And I know I've got a 4-second penalty. And the guy behind me is only 2 seconds behind. So I'm going to try and increase this gap. It's probably not going to happen. But we're going to try. That guy's gone completely off, so we're going to overtake him. So we've taken 5th place, but remember, guy in 6th is now over 4 seconds behind me. So considering I screwed up somebody's race, I made a few mistakes and a few door-to-door bangs with everybody else, and I finished where I finished, I'm not too mad. Okay, 2nd race, we're on Hakone, and we've placed 7th. Not had the greatest of launches there, but we're kind of fresh race, fresh have a go at trying not to smack into people, right? Someone got taken out there. I don't even know how that happens, but it happens regardless. But we've still kept 7th because obviously somebody overtook us right at the start. We had a bad start. And we're on the mediums for this. We're doing 7 laps here. So I recognise someone's on my inside. I'm actually going to give him space instead of trying to go in front of him because I felt there I was too close to close the door there to defend. But I still have the slight advantage, and I've gone over a little bit and I've adjusted myself there. But I have this corner. But he's managed to overtake me. There's a small tap at the end. There's no issue, there's no beef, and there never is any beef when I accidentally tap you or miss a braking point. There never is, there never will be, but other people won't see it that way, unfortunately. But honestly, when I race, I just want to survive to the end and enjoy myself. I don't mind about being faster. I don't mind that, because I know that there are going to be people that are going to be fast. There are going to be people that are going to be slower than me as well. I'm going to make mistakes, I'm going to miss braking points, as you've already seen in this. I'm going to get penalties. You might brand me as a dirty driver, by all means, but that's your opinion. I don't see myself as an utterly dirty driver. I make mistakes, and it looks like I am. I just simply incriminate myself, let's be honest. Someone went off, come back on again. We've overtaken 9th. Oh, I don't know if that was an actual tap. If it was going to be a very small one. I'm keeping myself over to the left-hand side, because you kind of need to be for this next corner. It's just before the 200-meter board that I'm going to brake. And again, I could have left it a little bit for the momentum to go around. But 2nd race, taking it cautiously. I mean, I take it cautiously around other players anyway. It's the reason why I'm not utterly fast, because I'm utterly scared of rear-ending them and ruining somebody's race, which has already happened today. So I'm thinking to myself, oh my god, I'm such a bad driver. Oh, yeah, I had to kind of avoid there. Obviously I'm on control, I can't have that precise steering output, so I've had to kind of let him go and kind of avoid us clashing. So we're a little bit later now. This guy kind of made a mistake on that curb, so he's lost a little bit of time. We've caught up, and we've potentially got a move here. We've got the draft, but we're probably not going to be completely. I'm actually going to go on the inside here and see if I can potentially outbrake him. I'm not going to, because again, I'm being cautious on where I'm braking and all that kind of stuff. He's got some more time on me, but those two clash. One's off, so we've already gained a place. We're now up to 8th. And we're up to just behind our qualifying position now. So all I kind of want to do is just try and get my 7th place back. That's all I want to do. So we're on the last lap. We are roughly a second behind 7th place. And this is where I'm thinking I really, really, really want to get my 7th place back. But we're not really gaining that much. And we've gained a little bit, because I think we used to have, it was 1.3 seconds, I think. But we're not going to catch him, and we're going to finish in 8th place. Down 1 position, not too bad. No penalties. Nobody I've taken out. Maybe some bumps here and there. But overall, better racing. Okay, final one. We're on Grand Oak. It's almost time to race, so let's see where this goes, shall we? 4th place this time. Medium tyres and just enough fuel. I think I've gone 1 lap over. I go 1 to 2 more fuel. I get tapped from behind, lose a bit of traction, lose a bit of time, and I'm being tapped again. So I've already lost a couple of places. I'm not 100% confident with this track. I suppose it is a map. When it comes to gaming, I'm so used to saying, oh, this map or that map. It's a track. This is racing. Come on. Anyway, we're behind 7th place. So ideally, I just want to... If I finish in this position, fine, so be it. But each race we've done, we've got a little bit better in terms of cleanness, in terms of doing stuff right, and it's just simply just getting used to the car and just... I mean, every single of these races, we've had 20 minutes practice. You know, I've qualified, and then that's that. So... someone's gone off ahead, which is going to cause some smoke screens, and someone thankfully ghosted there. Otherwise that would have been a smackerino with us, and that wouldn't have been good for anybody. That could have been an incredible huge pile-up. However, we're not on a street circus like Macau, so whatever happened in, what was it, 2017 won't happen. Plus these are Civics. We're racing lawn tractors is exactly what we're doing. Sorry, I had to make the joke. It was right there in front of me. Right, we're now less than half a second behind 6th place, so... can we potentially make a move? Obviously, these couple of guys are fighting. Someone behind me. I don't know if he clipped me there, or it was very, very close when he came round there. I don't think he hit me. But he might have just tapped me. So I've got momentum, I've got slipstream. There's potentially going to be a double move here, but I'm running out of straight. That guy had no regard for the fact that I was there. But apparently that was avoidable according to the stewards and giving me just a warning. Was that avoidable? Should I have backed out there? I thought I had plenty of space. I mean, assuming that he knew I was there, but he just decided, nah, I'm just going to smack you. Talking of a bit of a door banging, that's what 7th and 6th are doing right now. I'm not being able to make a move here. Alright, come back on the home straight again to finish off lap 6. We're actually really gaining off of this guy. He's really slow right now. Whoa! It's almost like he tried to... looks like he's being an arse. And he's just wrecked himself. Because he almost tried to pincer me, clip me, and just simply made himself look like an idiot. Because now he's probably lost way more places than what he would have if he'd actually respected my space and not trying to take me out. However, we move on. We're back in 7th position again. Obviously we started in 4th. We're probably not ever going to get there. We've got 2 laps to do it, really. It's not going to happen. You know, it never occurred to me. I don't know how long it's been like that, but the current lap time is actually glitched. I've only just realised that. We're not going to lose any places. We're not going to gain any places. We're going to finish in 6th place, which... do you know what? As we started in 4th, not too many places. And that's going to do my qualifiers. Now, I don't believe I recorded the skill and safety that I got, but if I remember correctly, I think it was roughly 3,500 for skill, which is halfway, because I think you get a total of 5,000 as the top boys. And then my safety rating was S. But since then, obviously, this has been a month old. I've been going between S and A. In fact, I've been doing more single player actually recently than multiplayer. It's been a little bit since I did multiplayer. But, you know, my multiplayer fears came true in this video. I whacked somebody out despite me not diving into multiplayer too much. But we got some clean races out there. Obviously, bumps and and stuff like that will happen. That's just a given. And that's going to wrap everything up. I hope you enjoy this, me kind of seeing myself being an utter idiot on track. You can criticize me, praise me, whatever you want to do about my driving, that's fine. I'm quite open to criticism. Regardless, if you enjoyed this video and like to see more videos of me going into multiplayer in Forza Motorsport, let me know in the comments below. And if you'd like to see more content like this one, make sure you're subscribed, and, well, I'll see you guys next one. Take care.